I think I remember where one of... Yes, actually. Hang on a second. So on the map it tells you, hey, it's right there. Excuse me, what? Oh, I see. Ta-da. Quite the collector. That's actually one of the weapon challenges on this level, is find 2 collectibles.
Warrior collector. Anyone remember Pokemon movie 2000?
Yes, actually. I do. Quite a lot. I remember liking the main theme of that game. Also, Vault Guy is the name of the one we just found.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Team Pizza Plays Doom.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up. We could just start the episode like that.
Well, but I want them to know that we know that they're there. We care about them, and we realize that they've come all this way to watch us watch you fail.
Well, they can...
fuck them.
Yeah, they can come all they want. We're going to talk about Pokemon. Wait.
And thus, another internet tab is opened for our one-handed crowd.
Okay, Okay. Fuck, that's uncanny. Because just the other day, I got a request from somebody. Well, not so much as a request as an opportunity to piss him off.
Mm.
You say potato, I say I'm a colossal troll.
Well, it's just... This is an in-joke only Ice Cold Coop and I will understand. But I recently had the idea to create a top 8 sexiest Pokemon list.
Ooh.
I mean, it would be dumb, it would be clickbaity, and it would almost certainly give people the wrong opinion about me. But you know what? It would be, if nothing else, it would be a fantastic way to stretch my creative writing skills.
Okay, go on. I like where this is going. I like my sexy monsters.
But it comes with a caveat, is the thing. Because the other problem with doing this list is everybody already knows what the top 2 are going to be. So I'm going to put the caveat in at the beginning. The top 8 sexiest Pokemon that aren't Gardevoir or Lopunny.
Shit.
Fill in the blanks now, motherfucker.
Well, if you ask me, Honchcrow's got it going on. Now there's a Pokemon with some testosterone.
Okay, if you're actually... First off, don't do that. That's terrible. Secondly, when you end up not listening to me and doing it anyway, you should at least bring the monster to talk about which monsters are sexiest. Let's be fair.
Bring them... Well, what?
The monster, you know...
Take Drawman out of his box, and you let him help you make the list.
Oh, I see what you're saying
You're
now.
not gonna know what you're talking about.
This is fair.
If there's anything I excel at in this world, it's... monster sexuality.
Which you can see more of on his Fur Affinity page. And I don't know the web address for it. He can plug it his damn self.
It's... I'll pull it up for them.
I love...
We'll link it in the description, because why the fuck not?
You know, we've gone this long...
Because I know that the Doom crowd is definitely into the fur scene. I'm sure I would stake money on that. Preferably someone else's.
I mean, if there's anything Doom is about, it's monster porn.
You'd be surprised. There's Rule 34 of anything out there.
Well, I was gonna say it's really Monster Guru. Let's be honest.
Who would be the top in that situation? The Baron of Hell or Doom Guy?
Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Doom Guy.
Yeah, probably.
I mean...
Why are we discussing this? Seriously. What the your name? Why? Why did you lead us down this dark and painful path? Because we made you play on Ultra Violence, is that it?
Oh no! They're on to me!
Yes.
Wow, that was actually a really good Jim Carrey impression you did there.
Thank you. Hello, little girl.
I like where this is going.
I love that movie, by the way. Jim Carrey's interpretation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it's actually my favorite version of the source material. Of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I know that's controversial to say, but I like it more than the original animation.
Well, I actually completely agree with you because I feel like the original one, the movie, is it tells the story that he wrote, but the update is good for when the kids get a little older and start to understand some of the more cynical parts of the world. And it still tells a story and still has the moral of, you know, holidays aren't about gifts, holidays are about family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that it has that part instead of just being all sugar-coated and stuff. And again, the original book, Dr. Seuss, that's how you do it. Now, Jim Carrey, for people who for some reason still have a problem with that one, he got the role because he impressed Seuss's widow with his interpretation. His audition, it was one of the requirements for making the live-action movie, is that the person who played the Grinch had to get the approval of Seuss's widow.
Mm-hmm. And now Michael Myers has gone and fucked it up for the rest of us with the Cat in the Hat. Like, she literally said, okay, no more live-action interpretations. Jim Carrey did it all right, but you screwed it up so badly that I think this is going down a dark path.
Yeah.
It's like, I completely agree with both of you on that. The live-action Grinch with Jim Carrey, it's a fun film and a good holiday picture and still holds the message, and quite frankly, I like the fact that it explored the fact that the Who's, in spite of being the non-antagonist, even in the original animated feature, they were just shown obsessed with decoration and feasting and presents and all of that.
Well, it's the idea of, you know, the Grinch has got to be a jerk for a reason.
Yeah.
You're not born bad.
Well,
he's not born the greatest person in the world, but...
I mean, like, what I was saying is, I'm not saying, you know, they're completely commercial, but even in the original short, we saw that a lot of what they're doing can be seen as largely material, so it's expanded upon in the live action with the fact that, yeah, they're just basically, what do you call that? That picturesque suburbia of let's all decorate the house and all that, and what happens when they actually do get robbed? Well, they go, well, fuck, someone took all my stuff. That's a logical reaction. The point is, I like it.
Mm-hmm. It's also the source of my favorite speech. One of my favorite speeches in any movie. It's the "These are all wonderful gifts" speech.
Yes.
Of course they are. That's what it's all about, right? That's what it's always been about. Gifts. Gifts. Gifts, 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 gifts! You know what happens to your gifts? They come to me. In your garbage. You see what I'm saying? In your garbage! I could hang myself with all the bad Christmas neckties I've gotten at the dump.
That's my favorite line.
The avarice. The avarice never ends! I want golf clubs. I want diamonds. I want a pony so I can ride it. Gee, I'm getting bored. I wonder if Santa can make glue. Look, I don't mean to make waves, but this whole Christmas season is just stupid, stupid, stupid. I love it. Like, it is perfectly delivered. Like, you can almost taste the bitterness in his voice. It's like he knows he's bashing his head against a brick wall, that he will never get through to these people.
Just one thing, like 9 out of 10, but the line is, so I can write it twice, get bored, and sell it to make glue.
Oh. Got it. Sorry.
It's okay, you just failed spectacularly. Now the Grinch really has hung himself. You know what the sad part about that line is?
What?
Family Guy did that as a joke, where Peter's like, oh, this is better than that gift that I got for Father's Day from the whole family. And it shows him go, oh yeah, a necktie. He puts it on, then ties it to the ceiling fan and just hangs himself. And I just looked at that and went, dark.
That was weird, the transition there a little bit. No, I was actually talking about the game. Oh my god, I made a mistake. I'm talking about the game again.
Of course.
When you exited the low res, the draw distance looked kind of funky for a second.
Really? I'll have the maid go back on that one.
And it just, like, something about, like, the sky in the background, there was an odd tint to it, and I think it's just because of switching from, again, the ridiculously low-res polygonal to, you know, modern-era graphics.
Could be. Could be. By the way, have either of you heard... Speaking of awesome FPS games, have either of you heard of a game called Strafe?
Yes! I was just about to bring that up.
Have you seen the trailers for this game? Like, they did an old sort of, like, 80s video game commercial for it, and it is glorious.
It is... It is... Go on.
I'm kind of piling work on the maid's plate here, but if you could kindly put the... Would you kindly put the trailer in the corner of the video there?
Would you kindly? But yes, Strafe looks fantastic.
He was just a boy.
Yeah, he was.
Oh no, the villain's doing a bad thing. It's all red and glowy, and everyone knows red glowy stuff is bad. That's just common knowledge.
Tell that to the scientists in Metroid. What's this face on? Oh, let's put stuff in it. I don't think you guys should do that. Shut up, Samus.
There's actually a moment like that in this game. It's a little ways down the line, and if we end up doing a full playthrough, I think you'll see it eventually. But it's one of those moments of, why did you do this? This was never going to end well. Have you never watched a science fiction movie? This never ends well.
This is a bad experiment. We are bad people.
There is no outcome to this story that ends in you being happy. Also, I missed 2 of the points there. One I actually missed on my first playthrough. The other I just forgot about. Is to do the death from above glory kills, but then again, that was a pretty frantic fight at the end, so...
Oh no!
Right, so Olivia Pierce just rerouted all of the Argent energy in this place to the tower. We've got to take it away from the tower, and Doom Guy's gonna do that the only way he knows how, and Total Biscuit actually brought up this point about this game, in that, it's refreshing to meet a character who just does not give a single fuck.
Yeah.
Because we're probably gonna be talking about something else, which is why I'm mentioning it now. But when Doom Guy goes up to these, our robotic friend will tell us, okay, those are how we get Argent energy to the rest of the universe, okay? Remove them very carefully. And he keeps prodding him as time goes by. Do you even realize what you're doing? Okay, humanity was suffering from an energy crisis that we solved. It works! You can't do this! And then you find... I'm not gonna spoil what happens when you get to the main filter, but... It's one of those things, like, I was lingering on it. It's like, wow, Doom Guy's kind of an asshole.
Well, to be fair, the "it works" doesn't really work because it is just a gate to the pits of hell itself, where the most evil things of all time will come out and murder everyone forever.
It's how I got here.
You know, digging an oil well, even if it'll spill oil infinitely, if there's a chance of everyone being horrifically murdered by something else coming out of the well, then the well's a bad idea.
Oh, don't worry. They'll just say they're sorry and everything will be okay.
We're sorry. So
Sorry.
sorry.
Going back to my favorite South Park episode.
See? Our tangents.
So many good jokes in that shit.
I remember when I was born.
Right, so here's one of the runes I was talking about.
Oh god, you gotta love it when life does your timing for you.
Anyway, sorry, Drawman, please continue.
No,
Oh,
I
so
think that
close.
actually we're better off leaving that one just kind of hanging.
To quote a great man, I'm just gonna let this one ride.
Right, so these are how these challenges work. This is a time challenge. I get time for killing these, more time on my timer for killing these guys. I get more time for punching them in the face and making their heads explode.
The game really does reward going in and using these beautiful melee kill animations that
And-
someone spent a lot of fucking time on, I'm sure.
Well, that's the other cool thing about them, is they're so quick. Like, they barely last 2 seconds at most.
Yeah, that wasn't like condescending. No, someone spent a lot of time to make them look good but still be fluid and all this, so it's nice that they're rewarding for you for using this thing.
Right.
And as you said, they're quick. So, and there's enough variety in them that when combined with the speed, it doesn't take you out of the experience.
Exactly. They feel good to use, and that's the important part.
You listening, NetherRealm? Take your super moves and tone them down a bit.
But don't cut out the flash, just make them quicker.
Yeah, you got to have the style without substance. I don't know how you would
cut the
phrase.
fat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, trim the fat.
Still make it look awesome, but don't take up an eternity of our time.
You know, he could punch them into orbit, follow them, grab them by the throat, and just terminal velocity them into the ground.
So this is how runes work. I can equip up to 3 of them if I find enough runes. Like if I get 4, I can equip 2 of them at once. If I get 7, I can unlock 3 of them at once. And these can also be upgraded if I take advantage of them enough. Also, I have 4 Praetor tokens, and I have not been upgrading in the slightest. So we're gonna fix that now.
Whoops.
I'm
Also-
actually gonna take 1 point in power-up effectiveness early, just so the power-ups are more fun to use. I should probably have taken that in environmental resistance, but oh well.
Oh well.
3 and 5, and now that I've gotten all of the base upgrades from my micro missile launcher, I can get a new upgrade for it. If I complete a certain challenge in the environment, stick 4 different demons in 5 seconds, I get bottomless missiles.
I love everything about what you just said there.
As
Wait,
you
this
should.
isn't Overwatch. Why do you care if it's bottom? Oh, you mean you have unlimited? That sounds cool.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me of my dream last night.
Go ahead.
Oh God.
So, I had a dream we were in an anime. Unfortunately, it was a school drama.
I
And-
got excited there for a second. It's like, ooh, were we made by School Gynax?
I
not
wish.
School Guy. What did I just? All right, hang on a second. Hold the phone. Sorry, let me derail this for a second. I would love to see an anime that is just a whole bunch of studios collaborating with one another, and each different school is a new anime studio. Like, you've got School Gynax, you've got School Ghibli. See where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Could be interesting. Feel like having it be different teachers might actually work a little better to let you really witness the madness.
Hmm.
Like each class, every time you go into, every time our protagonist enters a classroom, their art style shifts.
Okay. Also, I've never seen this one before, because I never found that lever.
I do like the idea of Student Chan going from Studio Madhouse, where she's drawn pretty well, to Studio to going from class Madhouse, where she's drawn pretty well, to class Gynex, where every action is frantic, and let's just say she becomes a lot more curvaceous.
The lesson also ends for no reason in particular. It's just like, okay, you
With
can all
a
go home
penguin
now.
shooting the teacher in the back of the head.
The penguin is wearing a Lincoln hat.
And he just looks dead on at Student Chen and goes, "Surprise, I'm actually a demon."
And he also clapped for her, going, "Congratulations." But yeah, my dream, where we were in class, and you, Fanu, were being harassed by this yandere girl because you were hanging out with her big sister Chan, One-chan, or Oni-chan, however it's pronounced. And she
I
was,
wish I had the courage to do that.
like, you were just enjoying yourself. You were having a good time. Hidden in the Truth was teaching a class over yonder. And this...
I love the fact that Fnu's still a student here. I'm a teacher.
Well, you were very good at what you did, and
What I did didn't smell very pretty.
and in my dream, time is bent and space is bent. Anyway, time is warped, space is bendable. I don't know. Point is, Yandere-chan was bothering Fnu senpai over there, to the point where she was chasing him down the hallway with a knife. And so I grabbed her by the shoulder and slapped her so hard that she went against the wall. And then she got up going,
Bitch, get away from my friend.
exactly! I just grabbed her. And just, I felt the heat on my hand as I was doing this in my dream, as I wound up and just, bam! Right against the wall. And then,
That's the Gynex portion. It's like it focuses in on the impact. You see her face contort.
yeah.
It's like that one montage you showed me from that Naruto game, the impact slap.
Yeah! Love that game. And so she got up going, oh yeah, now I remember, I was supposed to be an architect. What am I doing here?
She's like a split personality.
Either I slapped the crazy out of her, or she...
Oh, you slapped the architect into her.
you know, I'll go either way. And apparently so did she, because she wanted to join Fnu and her big sister Chan in a three-way. I'd like to think I made justice happen that day.
Wait, hang on a second. I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. Is that how that conversation ended?
Yeah. Afterward, yeah, she was like, I remember it now. I remember. I wanted to be an architect. Anyway, Fnu, you wanted to join me and my sister in a three-way?
That was a sudden attitude shift. All right,
Well, that escalated quickly.
Speaking of sudden shifts, somebody's knocking on my door, so I think we're actually going to end off this episode. So next time on Team Pizza Plays Doom.
Is my hand the hand of God? Find out on the next episode. Spoilers, it isn't.